I've got my soda pop can parabolic reflector dish all plotted out. It's going to take 10 cases. It's 45 inches in diameter, and it's about 27 inches along the along the curve, and it's 14 inches in depth, and also the focal point lies below the ridge of the dish, so you're not going to get burned unless you get down 5 inches. You get your head, stick your head in the dish, or something like that. Well, that could hurt, but it's going to be below the dish, so it's not going to start a fire. But and so it's going to take 11 of these per strip, and that's 20 strips. And once I get these strips hooked together, then I'll have to draw the curves on these strips, or make some sort of or I'll have to just paste the pattern on there and cut them out and then put them together. But it's something you have to plan in advance. But I think it'll be worth it because it's gonna be one of the deeper dish varieties. It's not gonna have the focal point hanging out there past the dish somewhere where you might actually burn yourself with it, burn your eye out or something. That's the main thing to me, is that somebody doesn't burn their eye out on it, and that it doesn't start a fire. So they have to build a cover for it too, a stand and all that stuff. But first, we could do the dish, and of course, it's not going to be mounted out of cardboard and aluminum foil. And that is a very quick way and easy way to do it. But this one here, I'll actually be able to, if I want to make it permanent, I can, because I'll be able to laminate it with fiberglass or polyurethane, and it has the potential to end up a cool product. So rather than just a temporary, quick and dirty deal to demonstrate a principle, you're actually making one that's going to last, and that you're going to be able to use to, cook your marshmallows and start your briquettes, and boil some water and cook a can of chili or whatever you want to do. Whatever the heck you want to do with it. I personally don't need it, and I kind of almost like the idea of those other varieties I've been seeing, that are just the capture type, that where you just capture the sun rays and it just builds the heat up in a little box. And I kind of like those a little bit better, because they look to me like they're more useful, more practical and a little more useful, and a little safer even, So I kind of like those, but I'd like to build this pop can version, because it's really getting some, you're uh, creating a curve on a cardboard box, and whatnot, and you're cutting out patterns and putting things together and doing some things that are skill building. It's a very good skill building type of a project. Just that I see some better options. I like the trough option. The trough is a really nice oven. The trough makes a really nice oven. It also makes a very good hot water heater if you're gonna, but like again, the trough and the dish I don't see as really the best things to use out there. But it's nice to have one. I've already got the one dish and I could start briquettes with it. This one will do a much better job. And, you know, so just so you know, this material is etched. So that's why you have to polish it out. This will polish out really nice, like any metal would, but they etch these metals to keep you from getting injured, protect you from eye injuries, and so I think it's a good thing, but they do require a lot of polishing and so a little elbow grease and a little ingenuity. Actually, foil is, really, it has a shiny side and a dull side, and foil is a little more ready to use for this type of a deal. But cardboard is really flimsy, and this won't be so flimsy. It'll be flimsy, but if I should decide to take, but it can be taken to the next level very, very easily. With just laying down a few strips of laminated fabric. So really easy to take it to the next level and really polish it up and get a nice reflector out of it. So yeah, it'll have a few seams, but it's going to end up being a nice looking reflector. I know that for a fact. So but it's up to the individual preference how much they want to put in to a project like that. Uh, this one is just something that I just plan on doing over time and not finishing right away. It's just I don't have any reason to get in a rush on this thing, so I can just bide my time and just have a little project to do here. But it is going to be a nice dish. It's not. It's gonna. It's you can consider it making garbage. Out of, or making something out of garbage, but actually it's all that aluminum cans. Usually just take them and you get a little money for them, but I don't really think it's worth the gas to drop them off unless you have a whole bunch of it. Unless you have a whole bunch of cans, and I just not sure it's really worth it these days to go 10 miles down the road to a recycling center. And so, but I have another idea, and you could do that, and I'm sure that, in a year's time, almost any family is going to go through 10 cases of soda pop. I mean, some of you don't, but some of you might take a lot longer than that. You like might take 10 years, because you might only get one case a year, you know. But that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. A case a month is, I mean, you should at least get a case a month.